thing is, I'm a little spoiled because I'm from a city where we have everything. And people will be like, oh, you can't get good Texas barbecue up there. You can't. Yes, you can. Okay? Because in New York City, there's a restaurant for everything. Someone has moved from somewhere to there to bring that food to the city. Okay? You can get everything there. All right? I can even get really specific kinds of Carolina barbecue that I want with certain types of sauces. I can get Nashville barbecue, whatever I want. I can get all these different things in New York City because people move from the South to there to open their restaurants. And so, like, it's really good. And I've said, I've lived in these places too. So I've been there and eaten that stuff, like, constantly for stretches of time, you know? And it's still good. Can you get Waffle House, though? Why would you ever want to get Waffle House when you have all these good breakfast shops and delis, though? You can get all the same food items. We have diners, which are basically way better than Waffle House and offer a lot of the same things. You have diners that specialize in Southern food as well, in soul food. So anything that you get at Waffle House that you might not be able to get at other diners, there will be a diner that gives you that. You know what I'm saying? Why? And it's cheap as hell. It's cheap as hell going to like a random ass diner. Just don't go to one in fucking Midtown, okay? Just don't do it. Ooh, okay, you're not from the US. One of the things you genuinely want to try in the US is apple pie. The hype everyone talks about for fall season for food is really, like, sounds like you want to crave it. Yeah, dude. Oh, I love apple pie. I love apple pie. I'm usually not a big sweets person, but I like pies that are, like, fruit-based and things like that. And apple pie is easy to not make too sweet if you make it yourself. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's so good. I'll make that sort of thing, but I'll do a pear tart. Oh my god. It's so good. Waffle House is all about the atmosphere. You gotta feel like you're gonna get drop kicked at any moment. Okay, and when I go to my favorite diner in the hood that cooks soul food, I feel like I might get drop kicked at any moment too. And you know what? It's not unique to the South. People act like Waffle House is dangerous, okay? But I got fucking Jimmy outside the window of my favorite diner, okay? And Jimmy sees things in the air that no one sees. And if you lock eyes with him, the thing he thought he was seeing is now you, and he will try to kill you, all right? So, you know, it's not unique to Southern Waffle House, okay? I'm just saying, like... They act like Waffle House is special, and I'm like, you don't know about Jimmy. And hey, we got this certain type of law here that Jimmy will get taken in for causing a crime, and then they'll be like, he's nice though, and they'll let him go, so he's back on the street in 2 minutes, okay? Jimmy could punch you, and then he'll be back out there the next day. All right, so I'm just saying, you know? Yeah, they drop him off 3 blocks away, exactly. Jimmy will be back. He'll be back. That's just how it is, man. Everyone shits on Jimmy. Jimmy's like worth 5 Waffle Houses. you know what I'm talking about too. You can picture him. You know what's going down with Jimmy. It's crazy, man. He's always there. He's always there. The next day, Jimmy's nice to you until the next delusion. Oh, it's true. It's true. So sometimes you give Jimmy food. Sometimes you do. And then the next day he'll like beat you up. And then you see him the next day again and he's like, hey, nice weather. And you're like, hey, Jimmy. Hey. That's just how it goes, man. There's a lot of him. And people will be like, oh, Waffle House is so crazy at 3 a.m. Okay. I've been to Waffle House at 3 a.m. All right? And to be honest, the worst thing you've got is you got someone who's angry and maybe a bit drunk. And then you got a bunch of people on things that just make them fall asleep. You got like people on the fent lane and shit. They're not really doing shit, okay? They're just leaning against a wall half the time. I'm not really concerned about them. I'm concerned about Jimmy who sees things. Okay. Jimmy's talking a lot. He's talking to himself, right? That's the one you gotta be worried about. Just saying. You ever been to Five Guys? Of course. Of course. Five Guys is one of those ones that like I don't like fast food for the most part. I'm not like a McDonald's Andy, but sometimes I'll do Five Guys and I'll fuck it up. I'll do it. I think it's good. I think it is overpriced. But what I do like is you'll order fries. They'll put the cup that they put the fries in the bag, and then instead of taking enough fries to fill the cup and putting it in there. They just throw enough fries to fill the whole damn bag in there, and maybe some of them go and land in the cup. That's just how they do it. They take the whole set of fries that they put in the fryer and they go, bah, and they throw it right in that bag. And whatever lands in there lands in there. And like I'd say about 30% of the fries that they put in there fit in the cup, and the rest of it is just bag fries. And I think it's because the workers know that they have to charge a lot. That's just the corporate price, you know? So they're just like, yeah, I'm just gonna give you a lot of fries. I think that's nice of them. I think that's real nice. And free peanuts. It's true. It's true. I love it. Amount of grease is off the charts at Five Guys. Yeah, but I like grease, and I like butter, and I like fat. So for me, like, I don't see that as a bad thing. I don't really eat a lot of sugar. I don't tend to eat a lot of bread and carbs. I just eat a lot of meat and vegetables, like a lot. And so if I'm trying to gain weight, I tend to go for like high protein and fat, you know, within reason, obviously, but that's what I try to do. So, you know, I look at Five Guys and I'm like, yeah, that's just good. That's just fat. But I wouldn't eat something like that every day because, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. You have a buddy, you can't go within a mile of a Five Guys because he's allergic to peanuts. Yeah, you can't even walk in that place if you're very allergic. Some people have the airborne allergy kind of thing going on. And it's not just being near the peanuts. It's the fact that people are sitting there and cracking them open with their hands. So there's like dust just flying up in the air. And then the peanut oil that they use to cook everything, right? It's just in the air, like so thick, so thick. And if they have exhaust fans pushing air out of the building, as all restaurants really do, out of their kitchens, it's just spewing like peanut vapor into the air. I have a friend too who's like deathly allergic, and she cannot be near one. She has to like really like leave the area. It's scary. You know, I go to Chili's for the same price as McDonald's. Brother, I cannot stand, okay, fast food used to be that thing that when you were super broke and you were really hungry and it was really late, you'd go and order off the dollar menu and you'd be able to at least be full on $3, $2 even, right? That's what fast food was able to do for you, and you knew it was shit, but it was like very reliable, and that's why it grew so much. And now you get a meal from a place and it's the same price as if I go and eat quote unquote real food from a normal ass restaurant and do takeout. So like, what's happening? What's happening? You know, I know if you break it down, I know what's happening if we get really into it, but like, it's rough. It's rough, dude. Why? And if anything, it's in a good way. It means people are maybe going to eat at home more and be more frugal and stop spending their money by eating out all the time. Maybe, but I don't know. Are they just going to eat more frozen meals and a lot of things that are quick to cook that aren't that good for them? I don't know. I don't know. Growing up, I never ate outside because you could make everything at home for cheaper. So, you know, but you know, if you're traveling or doing a thing, you know, you had that dollar menu if you needed it, right? The few times I was broke but out working really late, you know, I had that to rely on, but I don't know. It's crazy. Don't go to school. Become a streamer. Get it twisted. You will make it big. You just have to put time in and everyone will start to think you're funny eventually. It'll work.